I'm Kevin HERSHBERGER, here to talk about the new CAT F-Series backhoe loaders. Today we have a 420 single tilt machine and a 420F IT machine as well. We're going to talk about the new features of the F-Series machines. In general, the things I talk about will apply across the line from our 416 all the way up to our 430F. A number of things have changed on the machines. We've got all new loader arm designs on both the single tilt and the IT machine. With the new loader arms, we've delivered more performance. We've got about 12% more lift capacity at full height here on the single tilt machine. We've got 7 inches more dump clearance when you're loading into trucks, and we've also provided better visibility over the front of the machine and better reach on these machines. Now over here we've got the IT machine. All the same features we talked about, except the IT really expands on front loader versatility. So all of our ITs come standard with the hydraulic quick coupler on the front. When you move from a single tilt to an IT on the CAT machines, you actually get more performance. You get more lift performance, more breakout performance, and you get true parallel lift for handling palletized material. So the IT is a great option for versatility as well as increased performance and simply can't be matched by anybody else in the industry. We'll go back now and take a look at some of the new features on the 420 on the F-Series machines, and a big part of it is our new engine package. These machines are designed to meet Tier 4 interim emissions requirements, and in Europe they meet the Stage 3B requirements. So let's take a closer look in the engine compartment and some improvements we made in our cooling package. So we've taken the side panels off, raised the loader arms, and raised up the hood so we can take a closer look at the engine. This is a new C4.4 ACERT engine. As again, it meets Tier 4 interim requirements. A couple things have changed in here. We've got electronic engine control, which gives us better performance, better ability to map the fuel and get the fuel we need to that engine for great response and great transient response. If you look now, we moved our primary fuel filter up to the top side of the engine, and now the water separator's there and you got easy access for your daily draining the water out of the fuel system. In addition, we've gone with this engine with an electronic fuel priming pump. So now there's no more manual priming of the pump when you do your filter services. You can let that electric priming pump fill up the filter and make sure you got clean fuel being served to your engine. Also, you can see the side panels easily come out, no tools required to remove those side panels. Continue with the nice opening hood that gives you full access to the top side of the engine where all your daily service checks are here on the left side of the machine. If we step back just slightly, you can see the fuel tank here. We've gone with a non-metallic fuel tank. That's going to prevent any rust, corrosion, anything like that, like you might have had with previous metallic fuel tanks. And it's a molded tank, so we can do a great job on providing great fuel capacity. We've actually seen nice fuel efficiency improvements with this machine in the range of about 15 to 20% depending on what kind of work you're doing with the F-Series machine, and that's relative to the previous generation E-Series machines. Now if we come around to the front, there's a couple things I'll point out to you. Inside this panel is where the battery disconnect is located, so daily access into your battery disconnect is easy with this fold open front panel. And then if we come around to the front, we made some great improvements here with access to the cooling package, and I'll show you how that works. First, you'll notice that I don't have any tools in my hands. And so you can come in, quarter turn fasteners here, open up this front grill package, set of struts there to get it up and clear over your head. And then we've got 2 quarter turn fasteners here that open up your cooling package. So now you've got the ability to clean out your air conditioner condenser core, your hydraulic and transmission coolers, your radiator, your air-to-air after cooler, and the new fuel cooler that we have in our Tier 4 machines. So great access into keeping that clean and keeping your cooling system performing at peak levels. I'll also mention that with our F-Series machines, we've made the high ambient cooling package standard on these machines. So you're going to have great performance in even the hottest weather. Just below the cooling package and underneath these rubber mats, you can see that's where our batteries are located. Single battery comes standard, but if you order the cold weather package or the optional heavy duty starting system, then you're going to get 2 batteries there. And with just 4 simple bolts, you can easily access those batteries. Now I've raised the loader arms up in the air, which you need to do to open access the cooling package on the single tilt machine. On the IT, however, you can do all this with that loader arms down on the ground. Now if we come around to the machine right-hand side, we can take a closer look at the after treatment package and some other options that we have over on the right-hand side of the machine. So let's take a little bit closer look at the emissions package here for our Tier 4 interim engine. Again, this is a Cat C 4.4. It's turbocharged and after-cooled, as you've seen, so we get great performance and great fuel consumption, great fuel efficiency as well with this machine. So if we look closer at the emissions package, the exhaust comes out of the turbocharger, comes down through a back pressure filter, we'll talk a little more about that, comes across underneath the frame, and then into the emissions package itself. It's a 2-part canister in there, the diesel oxidation catalyst and the diesel particulate filter. Now we've designed our machines with a long life diesel particulate filter, which means most first owners of the machine will never have to worry about replacement or servicing of that. It's a passive system, so therefore there's nothing the operator has to do when he's operating the machine. Normal operating temperatures are going to continually regenerate the DPF and keep it cleaned out and give you great performance and great life. In those rare instances when somebody's operating the machine for extended periods at low idle and he's not actually building up exhaust temperatures, then this element here called the back pressure valve will start to restrict flow from the exhaust, and that will raise exhaust temperatures. That increased temperatures then will continue that continual regeneration of the diesel particulate filters. So that filter is behind this well-constructed box. It's also insulated there, so no danger of things like thermal vents or anything like that, because we've got that all well protected and thermally wrapped inside this box. The exhaust then comes straight up out of the diesel particulate filter, is tucked in behind the A-post here, the ROPS, so again it gives you great visibility down to those bucket corners. A couple other features while we're here. You saw the batteries were up front, so now we have a battery jump post right here. That's for your hot lead, and then your ground lead would be right up here on the front side of the box. If you've got a machine that's equipped with the cold weather package, then you'll also have the block heater plug right here, and it'll also come equipped with 2 batteries out front and the setup for the ether system. So all that's part of the cold weather package on our F-Series machines. In addition to that, we've got a storage box here on the right side of the machine. You can put things like chains or straps or lifting devices there. That's standard on all our F-Series machines. And then there's an optional box down here that you can store things like grease guns or other materials. That's the optional storage box on our F-Series machines. So that covers the right-hand side of the machine, the engine emission package. A couple things you can't see on these machines, but on the 420s I mentioned, we do have a larger torque converter. And so you're going to see about a 14% improvement in rim pull on this machine, much better hill climbing, better roading speeds, maintaining roading speeds on grade, and also better pushing performance. So if you're doing aggressive truck loading, you're going to see some improved performance there. On the 430, we've taken the horsepower up to 107 horsepower. Again, in any kind of application where you might have been horsepower limited, on your E-Series machine, you're going to see better performance there. On the 416, we've added hydraulically boosted brakes. So better braking performance on those things on the 416s. And that's just some of the individual features that we've added to some of our machines. From these pins back, the F-Series backhoe remains the same as the E-Series, strong performer, but I want to talk about some changes we made here in the swing casting. And so if we come in and take a close look, you would notice that this swing casting itself is beefed up. We've got more material here, more durability built into it. The main swing pins here and here, we've increased from 65 to 75 millimeters, so that's a lot more area, it's more bearing area, and it's more durability built into the machine. We've switched the flag, it now is a top flag pin instead of on the bottom, so that's going to help you out. We've also gone with a thicker hitch plate here. We've gone from 20 to 25 millimeters in the hitch plate area. We've changed the thrust washers here in the bottom swing pin to a non-metallic thrust washer. And the big thing is here we've gone to a double clevis design on the bottom main swing pin and eliminated the tapered pin we used to have there and gone with the straight pin. So a lot of changes here in the swing casting area, including the trunnion itself. The trunnion mount, we've gone to a 2-bolt horizontal design. A lot of changes in this area which are all going to add up to better durability even in the most severe applications. Now there's a number of things I didn't talk about that carry over directly from our E-Series machines. And these are things that really CAT has established our reputation in the backhoe industry, being there 25 years, building over 250,000 machines. And one of those areas is back here on the E-stick. We continue with our industry-leading serviceable E-stick, where you've got serviceable wear pads that can be adjusted out in the field. With our competitors, you're going to have to take that machine into the dealer's shop. Our hydraulic system, we continue on all of our backhoes with the load sensing hydraulic system, variable displacement pump for performance, fuel efficiency, best operator station in the industry, overall machine performance, whether you're doing production work or finished grading, deliver great performance with our hydraulic system. In fact, we've installed a new electronic pump control on these machines to even expand more the performance you get out of these machines, and we've seen that in productivity tests that we've run. Versatility of the machine, whether it's the backhoe with our quick coupler back here or the IT machine with the front coupler, again, expanding your ability to do a variety of different jobs with one machine. So this machine is equipped with the new CAT dual lock coupler. It's called dual lock because of the safety benefit it provides. It locks on to both the front pin and the rear pin. Another big advantage of this coupler is that it self-adjusts for wear and compensates for wear if you get wear in the pins. So the dual lock part is its first front pin. As you snap onto that front pin of the bucket, it locks into place automatically, and there's no possibility of dropping that bucket or work tool. The second part, there's an adjustment right here, and you drive that wedge into the rear pin, and that locks the rear pin into place, and again, compensates and adjusts for any wear in the system if you have any. So your work tool stays on snug, it adapts to all CAT work tools, and it really expands the versatility of the machine. The other thing that people have come to appreciate about CAT backhoes is our combined function auxiliary hydraulics, and you can see it there on the IT machine. That one's actually equipped with a thumb, and it gives you the ability to operate any work tool, a one-way flow or a two-way flow attachment with one set of hydraulics and a simple selection of one-way or two-way flow right inside the swing frame area. So versatility, again, on the front side or the back side of the machine is enhanced with the coupler and the combined function hydraulic lines. So finally, let's take a look at the operator station on our F-Series machines. We've established a great reputation with our E-Series backhoes in the operator station. We've just got a few updates I want to show you here on the new F-Series tractors. So in the F-Series operator stations, you'll see a lot of things that you're very familiar with from our E-Series machines. You've come to appreciate those. One of these is the four-wheel drive and the brake mode selector switch. With that switch, it gives you the ability to select full-time two-wheel drive, full-time four-wheel drive, or in the center position, you're in two-wheel drive with four-wheel braking. And it's a great safety feature, which also saves driveline and tire wear. When you look over the front of the machine, you'll see great visibility with the new sloped hood, great visibility over the front of the tractor. The stack has moved over to the side, so we also have great visibility down to the corners of the buckets. Over on the right console, you'll see a few changes. One is the new premium gauge cluster that's shown in the 420 and also standard in all the 420s and 30s. With that gauge cluster, you have some improved diagnostic capabilities, and so the machine ECMs or electronic control modules are all monitored here, and you have the ability to do some troubleshooting there with that new gauge cluster. And just to the rear of that, the rotary dial rear throttle, which allows you to select 10 different throttle positions and also enables the switch on the right-hand side, enables the automatic engine speed control. So there's a few new features there that help you out in terms of performance, in terms of diagnostics, and also in terms of fuel consumption on the job site. Overall, we maintain the same great visibility with this machine, and again, it comes standard with the air suspension seat on all of our F-Series tractors. Those are just some of the highlights on the new cab and operator station on these machines. So we're excited about the new F-Series machines from CAT. We think we've got a lot of new features here to offer. I'd invite you to go out to your CAT dealer and see for yourself. Thank you.